Barking Lot, Urbandale, Iowa, coming to you today to talk about some stretching for your dogs. Stretches are really important to do for your pets because it helps keep them flexible and loose, whether they're just being older and need that increased flexibility and muscle strength, or if it's because they're competitive athletes who are just going to go do a good workout with you at home. So a couple really good stretches we want to show you today. You always want to use food with most of them to kind of motivate your dog and make it fun for them too. So this is Sienna. She's going to be our demonstration dog. The first couple ones are kind of good and a fun game is what we call a spin. Here, you're going to take your treat and show it to your dog and just tell them to spin. Sienna, spin. Good girl. Have them do a couple times in one direction. Sienna, spin. Good girl. Spin. Here. Good. Get them to spin and work it out, kind of loosen them up a little bit. The next one's going to be kind of similar to a spin, and it's a good back stretch. You're going to do it 2 to 3 times on each side. You're going to take a treat again. I'm using string cheese for Sienna. And you're going to take it and you're going to tell them to touch, touch. Good, you're going to have them hold it to 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And again, do that 2 to 3 times on each side to really help stretch out your pups' backs. Now the next 2 exercises, you're not really going to need any treats. You can treat them after, especially if they were good kids for it. But you're going to want to just stretch their hips out and their shoulders out. So you want to get them in a good solid standing position so they feel comfortable on their feet. You want to support their front when you do their back. And you're going to take a back leg and stretch it out as far as they're comfortable where they're not fighting you, there's not resistance. Count for up to 10 seconds and then release it. Same thing on the other side. And you put it down. And the same thing on the front. Kind of support their rears, make sure they feel good and solid. Pull out their fronts and stretch out their shoulders to where they're comfortable. Now to really work on those core muscles and help their balance, especially in those big athlete dogs, you want to try to have them balance on a front and a back leg. So you want to start with the front, make sure they feel good and solid, and then pull it back. Each dog is going to have a strong side and a weak side. You can do each side 1 to 2 times, counting between 10 and 12 seconds for that. Another really good stretch for your pet to do is what we call the up stretch, where you have a chair similar to this, up, have them come up, and stretch out that back, nice and long, okay? Just like that. Good girl, Senna. Good. Down. Those are just a couple stretch ideas you can do with your dogs before or after long walks, any kind of activity, or like if my dog's old and young, you can do it once or twice a week, a couple times on each side, to get them good and limber and help keep that flexibility and build up muscles.